Oh, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we're going to look at what exactly is people-led evaluation and photo voice. And people-led is also inherent to a participatory method of evaluation, which involves the people or the stakeholders in the evaluation process or the communities. So what is people-led evaluation? People-led evaluation is an approach that prioritizes the participation and perspectives within individuals or community that are directly affected by the project or program or intervention. So unlike the traditional methods of evaluation where normally you hire a consultant to come and get data from the people and it's driven by this whole consultant or top-down approach, people-led is emphasizing the empowerment of stakeholders to actually also actively engage in the evaluation process. So it helps you to share insights and experiences that shape the evaluation agenda and priorities. Yeah, people-led is you going to the communities. These people are involved in the evaluation process from the project design, from the data collection. So you share insights, you share their experiences. You can do this by video or photos, but mostly videos. You can share their experiences. So what are the key features of the people-led evaluation? One is a participatory approach. It puts a very strong emphasis on participation, collaboration, and co-creation, involving all stakeholders at all stages of the evaluation process. As I said, he involved them from the very get-go, from the planning and design into data collection and analysis and decision-making. Why this helps the people who are involved, the direct beneficiaries of the communities, to have a stake and also ownership of these results and sustainability and any best practices or learning, because at the end of the day, the impact is them who are going to receive this project or intervention, and that it's them who actually have also the power to sustain the intervention. So people-led evaluation emphasizes this, that you involve your communities, your stakeholders from the very get-go of your planning and designing of the evaluation process, so the data collection, analysis, and decision-making. So it encourages empowerment and ownership. I said earlier that when you do that, there is more ownership of these interventions. It empowers individuals and communities to value their knowledge and expertise and lived experiences. Yeah, because most of the time we go to project areas or areas where we think they need intervention. We haven't done an evaluation before to actually assess what are these people's needs. That is a traditional, conventional M&E, that was it, which is actually we are demystifying, and we have to adapt the new people-led evaluation. Yeah, the community-led evaluation, that you go to this community, you want to do an intervention, you can build on their best practices, you can build on their knowledge to actually implement a project, because these people actually have experiences and lived experience, and some of the things they can share in your evaluation, be it a baseline or midterm, can inform your project design process, which has over time inherently shown that these programs are actually very effective, that have taken that approach and have designed solutions that actually address these people's needs, so there is impact. And the world right now, looking at the SDGs, we want to contribute to the SDGs that are well put, maybe in reduction of poverty and access to education. So when you go to these communities, it's very important to involve them from the very design process and share and learn from their lived experiences to actually create solutions that are addressing their needs. In turn, you have the outcomes and impacts you need for your program. People-led evaluation also emphasizes inclusivity and diversity, where this evaluation methodology or approach values the diversity, inclusivity, and equity of everyone, ensuring that all the voices of the marginalized people or underrepresented groups are actually heard and respected. So when you're doing people-led, ensure that it's very inclusive. It's also one of its key things that is selling it, or it's something that a very good attribute to have, that as a world is looking more on inclusivity and diversity. We're living in a global village, so you need to adapt to inclusivity and diversity of different people, different groups, different countries, different contexts. People-led evaluation emphasizes that all these people are actually represented in the evaluation group. It seeks to actively amplify the perspectives of those who may not have been historically included or marginalized in the evaluation process. So when you do this, you're actually also getting the voices of those people who are not able to speak for themselves, which is everyone is looking at in the donor world right now, that these marginalized groups are actually represented in your evaluation or project design process. And fourthly, it emphasizes one of its key features we're still in the features of people-led evaluation, contextual relevance. The people-led evaluation recognizes the importance of context and culture, and this shapes your evaluation priorities and methodology, because you can find that the context of the evaluation you're going to do in Uganda may not be the context of the evaluation you do in UK or you would do in Tanzania. All these contexts differ, even in project design, that you have to look at the context of the program or projects. So that you design methodologies and designs that are actually tailored to speak to the specific needs of this context, including the culture, the norms of the individuals or communities that are going to be evaluated in this process. So this helps to ensure that these findings are actually relevant and meaningful for decision making, because they are at the heart taking into consideration the context of the evaluation where it's going to take, or the context of the project design and implementation. Yes, please. So we continue on. Another key feature of people-led evaluation is capacity building. People-led evaluation emphasizes a lot in capacity building and skills development of the stakeholders of the project, equipping them with the knowledge and tools and resources to participate meaningfully in the evaluation process. So this fosters a culture of learning. If let's say you're going to do an evaluation and you've been working with community networks, and you'd actually involve them in this evaluation. We said one of the methods, you can involve them in data collection and data entry, so you can train them in that. So they are promoting a skills building, that are now qualified data collectors or entrants if they didn't have that skill before. And you're also encouraging improvement, or even in reporting, you can still train them in that. So people-led evaluation is such a very beautiful approach that everyone in the project is actually gaining. So there is a stake and hopes to ensure ownership of all the results and sustainability of the interventions. Here's an example of people-led evaluation. One, we're looking at someone who is taking a video of the communities, where these communities are sharing their stories. That is one of the way you can do people-led evaluation, in sharing their stories or expertise. Maybe you're going to do an evaluation, you're looking at the expertise from the village. What have they done? What more can they contribute to this project? Are there any best practices we can adapt into this intervention? What are the challenges? So you're taking a video of people who are capturing these stories. Those are the communities, the direct beneficiaries, be it schools, be it learners. You're actually capturing a video of their experience with the project intervention before or after the project intervention. So it gives you such a basis for very good reporting, that you have all the stories told. It shows actually more impact. Apart from the figures, these figures are very important, and the graphs, but also this included into your evaluation reporting. It's a very good tool. It speaks volumes. That people are actually sharing their stories. You see these clips all over the world. Maybe UNICEF has done this intervention, and this participant has been impacted in very many ways. It actually gives you more leverage to ask for more donor money. So people-led evaluation has also led to some approaches right now that have been very good, useful, and adapted. One of it is photo voice. Photo voice is also another participatory research method that combines photography, and storytelling to empower individuals or community to document and share their lived experiences or perspectives. And in photo voice, participants are always provided with smartphones and encouraged to take photographs that capture aspects of their daily lives and communities. Yeah, so participants use these photographs as a basis for storytelling. In simple terms, photo voice is a participatory method where participants actually take photos that tell the stories or reflections of their key issues or themes or something in society. Let's say you can take photos of the impacts of COVID, of people looking at the before pictures and after COVID. How are they faring? So using a photo to communicate results. This also complements research that we are researching maybe about the impacts of COVID, what interventions can we put in place in terms of economic development, how did it affect people, what is their new status now, what do we address, and pictures speak volumes. So that's what photo voice does. Key features of photo voice still is a visual expression. It allows participants to use the visual images as a form of expression and communication, enabling them to convey complex ideas, emotions, and experiences that may be difficult to articulate. So a photo speaks volume. We've all heard that. You can look at a photo and you know that these are the emotions where someone was going through. Yeah, you can read from the photograph. So it helps the participant share and communicate something they may not have been able to communicate. Yeah. Its key feature is still is emphasized in narrative storytelling, that in addition to taking the pictures, you put in place narratives describing or giving insights of what actually the experience you're trying to show in this photo. So it gives more perspective of the photograph that you've taken. Yeah, another key feature is community engagement. Photo voice projects often involve a lot of group discussions, workshops where participants can share their photographs and stories with others in the community. So it creates that interactive session. When you're doing it, has to be very interactive, where participants can reflect and collect, and a collective sense making around key issues or themes are discussed. So it helps to give more body to the photos that have been collected, to also insights into the reporting and research. And it's also a participatory method where people feel like they're engaged in this whole process. It encourages also one of these key features, empowerment and advocacy, that photo voice is a very participatory and empowering research method that seeks to simplify or amplify the voices and perspectives of the marginalized or underrepresented groups. Take an example here in Kampala, Uganda. We had so many potholes during the rainy season. So all those videos and photos people used to take, they communicated a lot. And then people advocated for the roads to actually be made and the potholes to be worked on. The photos they sent over social media spoke volumes to the decision makers in the government, in the Ministry of Works, that they came up and actually represented a budget to work on that. So it pushes an advocacy agenda that when you show these photos, you show actually what is on ground. It shows very well the impact or the effect of any program. It's able to communicate findings that complement research. Yeah, and of course, it also encourages research and evaluation that photo voice can in turn, as I said, actually used as an evaluation tool to explore a wide range of topics, including health, education, environmental, social justice, or community development. So you can take pictures in all sectors showing the effects or impact of a certain program when you are researching or evaluating. And these photos, when you take them, you add there a narrative that is describing the exact situation in the photo to inform, to give a thorough perspective to the reader. So it provides researchers, practitioners, and policymakers with the qualitative data that can actually complement traditional research methods. Yeah, as far as unique insights and complex social issues. So you find that research has been basically more on the theory, the writing, but here the photos, when you add them to your research, they speak volumes. And it's also a new way to actually add to your research. Overall, photo voice is a very powerful tool, a research method that can empower individuals or communities to document and reflect and share their experiences in their own words and images. So, and from the very get-go, these are the community members that are involved in this are the ones that take the images of their own lives. And by centering your voices and perspective to the participants, photo voice projects can actually contribute to more inclusive, equitable, and impactful research and social change. Equitable is very important. We all want to have equal access to the resources. So an example of photo voice, you see a picture here, a woman who has been cooking on firewood, and then maybe an intervention comes in and it gives them a sustainable cook stove. So you see the same woman, maybe the same woman cooking on a sustainable cook stove. So there is no smoke, there is no fire that is maybe burning her. That's the story. The photo is trying to communicate that from this woman using firewood, for now, this intervention came in maybe on sustainable energy cook stoves, and we gave these women or communities sustainable cook stoves. How is their life now? How has the carbon footprint reduced? How is their health now? The photo communicates that you see she's more happier, that she's now using the sustainable cook stove. So thank you very much. That has been it on people-led evaluation and the photo voice approach. Thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.